Hi everybody, welcome to the Fortress of Solitude. Today we're going to play catch up on the Titans series and check out Titans issues 2 to 4 by Tom Taylor and Nicholas Scott. The mystery surrounding the dead Flash continues as the Titans come together to solve his murder. The only thing is, the Flash is very much alive, leading to them to quickly figure out that this dead Wally is from the future and he ran back in time to try and warn them of his murder. On top of Wally's impending death, the team also have to deal with an old enemy in Brother Blood, who, like any smart villain or any real life villain that is, undergoes a rebranding for him and the Church of Blood, becoming Brother Eternity and the Church of Eternity. Although despite whatever the man says, it's still quite obvious he's into some nefarious things. But even some of the Titans begin to believe what he's really doing, and the Church wishes to leave for a new Earth to start things over fresh. A very Heaven's Gate branch Davidian thing of them to do and base their beliefs about. I'm sure there'll be a scene coming up where they have to all drink the Kool-Aid in order to board the ships to go to the next Earth or something. When they're not dealing with the Church, the Titans are having to deal with Wally wanting to actively be part of the team despite knowing that he will die in a mere matter of hours. Something which the book actually reiterates a little too much for my liking. Like, we get it, Wally really wants to be a hero despite knowing he'll die because he's a hero. They put everyone else before themselves. But he's also a really smart man, so you would think that after the first time of arguing with the team and learning about what would happen to him, he would be at peace and kind of relent that they want to protect him and see that as the best strategy in keeping him safe. He does stay behind sometimes to help Nightwing discover what is going on with this dead other Flash, but he also does join the team at some point. It does heighten the tension a little bit, like, is he going to die here? Is he going to do something that inadvertently sets off a chain reaction that will lead to him dying? There is a kind of mystery around that which I quite liked, but I do wish that they just wouldn't keep bringing it back up like he wants to help. Yeah, okay, we get it, but he has to stay and be protected until they can sort something out. With Beast World quickly approaching, Taylor also spends some time with Beast Boy across these issues, who will be at the center of that event. Garfield's role in the team comes about as he wishes the team to actually fight the causes of problems and not fight the symptoms. Specifically, some people have been cutting down the Borneo rainforest and they are doing damage to the earth at large because of it. Garfield asks the team to help spearhead the reforestation project, and this ends up becoming one of the many times throughout these issues where Nightwing delegates leadership to another member of the Titans, citing their own leadership qualities for the tasks that they are being best suited for. In this case, Donna leads the team on the Borneo mission while he stays back to help solve Wally's murder, and then Beast Boy gets to be in charge of the reforestation project. It's quite cool seeing these other heroes who would usually be, you know, the backup or like just part of the team actually take charge for a change, and it's a different way of doing things than the Justice League usually do things, whom the Titans are now filling in for. They're now like the premier team since the world doesn't have a Justice League anymore, and I like it a lot more than one set leader at all times, as it gives each member a chance to grow more as a hero if they're given the chance to be in charge. And it's really quite cool to see how they deal with certain problems. I really liked how Donna dealt with the wildfires in Borneo by utilizing her powers, Raven's powers, and Cyborg's powers to great effect. Back with the Brother Eternity storyline, we find he is indeed a bad guy. However, it's implied that he might not be what you think, as he looks to have become host to some sort of weird alien parasite that he and his people found in a meteor that they were studying in their church. From everything that he's doing, it's sort of implied that maybe he's not in control of his body and this parasite is sort of puppeting him and using him to do its bidding, hence why it probably wants to gather followers, infect them, then go into space and infect other people, which is their whole shtick now, that the Church wants to go into space and find a new planet away from Earth. And it's here where Tempest's role in the story comes along, since Tempest obviously joined the Church of Eternity, seeing as that they actually want to do something and citing that the Titans aren't really doing much in the way of actually helping, which is a very valid valid point at the time when he did join the team, that they weren't really doing anything. They were just kind of literally putting out fires and not doing much else, whereas the church were actually actively doing some other stuff that would actually help the people. So I can see why he would want to join them, but of course he becomes infected and is sent after the Titans to try and kill them. But since none are home, he turns on Linda Park, Wally's wife, and infects her. And issue number 4 rounds out with the Titans taking Wally and Linda to the Mars trophy room for protection, while the now infected Linda, who plans on killing the Flash, plans on doing so in this isolated area. I love the idea of the Mars trophy room, which I think this is the first time we've actually seen it. The reason behind it being that the team doesn't want to leave a bunch of powerful, dangerous, and probably very expensive artifacts just laying around in their Titans tower, much like how the Justice League would do in the Hall of Justice, and we saw a myriad of times where that was a big problem, most notably recently with Night Terrors and the Nightmare Stones and the Dream Stones all going missing because they were just there out in the open for everyone to take. This also lets the team get a little bit cosmic, which you don't really think of the Titans doing that all that much, and I'm really intrigued to see how they handle a situation like this, how they handle having to battle an alien threat on another world. It's a really interesting problem for them to deal with, and one we seldom really see with the Titans. Artist and fellow Australian Nicholas Scott does all 4 of these issues as the series artist, and again, I just love Nicola's work. It's just fantastic. It looks great. It's very clean looking. Everyone has a defined look and they don't change from that look all that often. Like, there's no drastic changes in how a character looks from page to page. It's all very consistent. The colors are fantastic. I love the way she draws action as well. It's got a real kinetic energy to it and real flow, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing what she does with more alien stuff showing up in the book, since the alien we get in this issue, the little parasite at the end of issue 4 and issue 3 that crawls out of Brother Eternity's mouth and out of Garth's mouth, is just horrible. It just looks so gross, and it's all wet and gross and leaking goo. It's just really cool. I really like a good alien design, and Nicola does a really good job at that. Taylor's build up to the Titans across these first 4 issues of the team's book is great, especially with the familiar yet unique threat they face from the supposedly reformed Brother Blood and the impending Beast World storyline, which gets going in the next issue. Each member gets a moment to shine in some way, and the book doesn't fall into the interpersonal, inter-team drama that team books often are quick to succumb to. I'm going to give these issues an 8 out of 10, so check them out, especially if you're looking forward to Beast World like I am.